Inez, you ever think about joining the Earth Directorate?
I'm sure I thought of it when I was 5 years old. But I also liked to ruminate on what life would be like as a breadworm those days, too.
I'm being serious. The Earth Directorate could use a straight shooter like you. And more agents who know how to close wounds instead of opening them? Well, that'd be swell, too.
That's a nice thought, but I ain't sure it wholly aligns with their mission statement. They topple organizations and play kingmaker with impunity. Don't matter how you frame it, the Earth Directorate relies on the opening of wounds. Ha!
Have you made any progress yet? I can barely contain my excitement. Incredible! And to think I sent all those assistants to die for nothing. I should have just sent a heavily armed stranger first. Here's your reward. You've certainly earned it. Now, back to my lab. I'm going to get so many papers published. Every biological researcher will know my name. There's going to be statues of me.
You know, there might be a goodie or two for Val in there.
Have an update about that personal matter. You know, the one that might, end the universe. The other universe-ending thing. Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anaïs, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. Inquire away. I may even respond. Oh, I am a dedicated member of the Order. Beyond that, there's really little you or anyone need to hear about. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years. Information free of context can be off-putting, confusing, dangerous even, if misjudged. I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was head intercessor. I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while. To put it mildly, after the incident in question, seeking refuge seemed prudent. Dorado appealed to me because it was off the board but not completely remote. There I could lie low for a time, but observe. So I'd believed. Our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth Pissar took office. To avoid undue attention, I remained in hiding. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Dictates, we route all.
Please observe that the archive entry is heavily defended. Consider an alternate means of access to avoid direct protectorate engagement.
Subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work?
Not a bad idea, though I'd also suggest garnering backup.
It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
The Order desperately want to regain control of the archive. We could offer to hand it to them later, after we process the data, in exchange for help now.
Hypothesizing. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant seek archive operational access, and would likely provide assistance in this endeavor.
Prudence dictates, we repel invasive elements.
After losing the archive, Order leadership on Cloister moved to Laplace's garden. I'd start there.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The optimal choice. Any path of least resistance typically prolongs service life.
We have and defend it.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates, we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve set progress. Gray gone astray? What to stay today?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the consul. The consul provides, the system abides.
Professor Ostergaard making a mess of things again?
Prudence dictates we route all disruptive influences.
Scoping out a hostile.
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign.
It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
An explosive!
Investigating hostile intentions.
Material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Unfriendly nearby.
Prudence dictates we reject all its many forms.
Hey now. Prudence dictates we route all disruptive.
Once over. Don't like the sound of that at all.
Fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work. For mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Reducing noise output to detection.
Hostiles detected ahead.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Rumor is somebody died. Huh? Oh! Feels like it was. Trust the plan. Preserve set progress. It's never eating crabble again.
On a hostile day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Starring noted self.
Hoyt. Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant a field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up. Set progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray? Took a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the... of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides the system of eyes. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
this lift shouldn't be operational. Lower forces, what's your status? All right. Carry on.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Their zeal never lagged.
Invasive element!
Ratcheting up my...
Emergency
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Scan.
Replicator installed.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Driving! Grenade?
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Always dreamt of here.
Caduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Yeah.
What was in those rations? Oh, not again. Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
A diet with more fiber may reduce your rate of excretion.
So do I need assistance from someone with substandard, non-protectorate medical training? Thank you, but no, you're too kind. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the ᴘᴜᴇᴜ. I still have trouble saying that. Like many others, the latest batch of crabble rations disagreed with my constitution. I was compelled to find the closest loo, quickly. Sadly, 'twere outside yon secured door. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the ᴘᴜᴇᴜ on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. It will no doubt earn me mental refreshment, perhaps worse. But this way, I retain some measure of hope. All right. I am providing you the ᴘᴜᴜᴜ. Don't shoot! Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protectorate curativist house? I feel rather ugly. Ah!
ᴘᴜᴜᴜ detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Automatic replacement. Reading sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ᴘᴜᴜᴜᴜ, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
It would appear the Archive is experiencing an error.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
It is an archival area dedicated to safe upkeep of all data collected in pursuit of the universal equation by the order of the Ascendant. The sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation. It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage, collateral harm, technical ineptitude, and willful hijinks. Attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues. When active, the archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the Rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of crabbles have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
The Order would strongly be against damaging the archive, incidentally or intentionally.
Inverting targeting protocols. There. Any Protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon. Permissions within other areas of the archive are locked, however.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I've unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now.
Health benefits available at your request.
I'll say this from my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive.
Hostilities are afoot.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Fortifying teammate.
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Was committing that crime really worth squandering our goodwill?
The likelihood of them having a chance there was slim to none.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember.
subjects prosper under the guidance of our
I believe the technical term for this is ⴘ Not the worst way to go.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there, what did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? You're what? Quite. Well, Master, I am extraordinarily busy, so please allow me to summon the guards to cater to your every whim. Is that a fact? Well, best of luck getting to me inside this secured room before the garrison gets to you. Guards, we have an intruder!
Mobilizing. Locking them down. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Find the hostile.
I fulfill...
Forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits, and with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel, confess my transgressions, and accept retribution, and I'll do so soon. I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Realize this task has a few moving parts, literally, but the data brick must still be sent back to the archive.
Enemy in vicinity.
Proceeding to attack.
Initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
A pugnace
Zone standing by to stupefy.
Enemy in vicinity.
Yes, stupendous stuff right there. Of course.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. The console provides.
Yeah.
the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, protectorate troops have become alerted.
Emergency order. Go for torpification.
Necessary.
Adversary vulnerable. Would not refuse medical support.
Thank you, dear.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Appears the only way forward is to skitter across like ungainly children.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Emergency protocol syringes prime.
scopes for combatant analysis. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
You are dying. It does not appear at this time.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Resorting to fire. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Batten scan.
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet, rather quickly, I found myself acclimating to the situation and resumed what had been my normal banter with the now gelid auto-contriver Haas. Given her always frigid demeanor, her disposition is no frostier today than it was before the incident. And, refreshingly, I can now finish my anecdotes without interruption. Frankly, her Hyperborean slumber makes her a better companion now than she ever was thawed. And I relish the thought of continuing our flourishing relationship in this new state.
I'll say this from my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive. Your communication skills are quite remarkable, Valerie. I haven't seen a more robust artificial conversation system outside of ENIAC at the archive.
Thank you, Agent Delgado. This unit's speech system utilizes a language bank of 4,096 words and phrases accessed during conversation based on context and messaging variety.
Temperature levels exceeding...
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. ᴘᴜᴇᴜ is charged. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Electrical
ᴘᴜᴇᴜ in progress. Target analyzed. Lay down. Proceeding to attack.
Temperature levels exceeding tolerances. Investigation. Initiate processing.
Investigating hostile intelligence.
Forward.
There be none. Locking them down.
Mobility. Temperature levels exceeding tolerances.
Vulnerabilities identified. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Scanned. Ready status. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Scopes for combatant analysis. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Enemies are afoot. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Combatant scanned.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Standing by to stupefy. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
To assist with agent's health needs.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Combatant scanned. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Torpificator at ready status.
Dispensing. Mobilize, back and scan. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Scopes for combatant analysis.
Weakness detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-choice field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Investigate hostile intent. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Protectorate engineers. Reckon they didn't repair much.
I'll handle this. Combatant scan. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Resorting to violence. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Repair. Any tools lying around?
Ratcheting up my aggression. Combatant scan. Proceeding to attack. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Emergency protocols ready.
Check your scopes for... Fix on their weaknesses.
Your gallery unit requires service.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
One manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Promoting.
ᴘᴜᴇᴱ is charged.
A host of hazards.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
Resorting to violence. Mitigating the threat. Taking the fight out of it. Proceeding to attack. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
My new neighbor is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech-savvy. Just not survival-savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Hostilities are afoot.
transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Proceed back toward the Archive Central interface, while I assemble additional instructions.
Freedom dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the Rift processing instructions.
Such processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?